Hi students, good evening. So it's October finally, festive season आ रहा है तो अच्छी अच्छी चीजें आ रही हैं। अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर बहुत मस्त लगते हैं मुझको। हैप्पी 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 वाइब रहती है। अभी तो दिवाली की सौंधी सौंधी खुशबू आने लगेगी बाहर निकल के। सर्दियों की वाली जो एक खुशबू होती है वो आने लगेगी। सो आई एम तो वेरी मच एक्साइटेड। आई डोंट नो अबाउट यू गाइस। सो इसी मौके पे कि अभी बहुत सारे इवेंट्स आने वाले हैं, बहुत कुछ होने वाला है, वेडिंग सीजन आ रहा है। उससे मजेदार तो क्या ही होता है इस दुनिया में। ओके, दो मुझको पता है कि लाइट बहुत कम है मेरे मतलब मेरे जो विजुअल्स हैं उसमें। बट एनीवे ऑलरेडी बहुत छोटा बॉक्स है जिसमें मैं आपको विजिबल होती हूँ। सो हार्डली मैटर्स दो, but I'll look into it because yeah. Anyway, but the background is cute, yeah, it's cute. Okay, so well guys, जैसे बहुत सारी चीजें आ रही है, फेस्टिव सीजन आ रहा है, so this is our time to to get better and to now leave our traumas and anything that doesn't make us very happy behind. So anything that is not helping you in your progress, uh, whether they are some of the habits or some people, maybe toxic people, who are pulling you back. Uh, Now this is time that you move forward from all this and have a good look forward for your life. So yeah, this is it. And अगर ऐसा है किसी के साथ that ma'am, I am really trying very hard since 2 months, 3 months for XYZ anything, but nothing is happening as such. तो एक concept है which is called it's अगर आपने वो पढ़ी है एटॉमिक हैबिट्स तो उसमें मेंशन भी किया गया है। इट इज, लेट मी राइट इट हियर, इट इज प्लेटो ऑफ latent potential. प्लेटो ऑफ लेटेंट पोटेंशियल क्या होता है ये, व्हाट इज इट? तो बेसिकली प्लेटो ऑफ लेटेंट पोटेंशियल कहता है कि ये जो, ओके सो इनिशियल समय में जो आपकी जो प्रोग्रेस होती है एक विच इज अंडर द कवर्स, जो दिखाई इतनी नहीं देती, सो उसको विजिबल होने में टाइम लगता है। तो बेसिकली प्लेटो इज small development, small progress. And then if we talk about latent, then it's kind of dormant, if we try to understand. So बहुत बहुत कम जो दिखता है, जो विजिबल कम होता है। सो द प्लेटो ऑफ लेटेंट पोटेंशियल जो है ये यही समझाता है हमको कि आप डे फर्स्ट पे जो काम अगर आपने शुरू किया है और कुछ भी ऐसा है, तो उसका जो रिजल्ट है वो आपको 10 डेज, 15 डेज, 13 डेज, मे बी 20 और 60 डेज में भी ना दिखे, बट वेन यू लुक एट इट ऑन द 80th डे, तो यू विल सी कि कुछ तो प्रोग्रेस है, मतलब हाँ कुछ हो रहा है। यस, एक्चुअली आई एम चेंजिंग। लेट्स से अगर आप जिम जा रहे हैं और आप 1 2 3 4 10th डे तक भी अगर आप एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं तो हो सकता है इतनी प्रोग्रेस नहीं दिखे, है ना, उसके लिए टाइम लगेगा। यू विल हैव टू बी कंसिस्टेंट। सो प्लेटो ऑफ लेटेंट पोटेंशियल हमको यही समझाता है कि जस्ट कीप ऑन डूइंग and be consistent. For example, if you want to start with yoga, so yoga is something, you know, it's just unbelievable. You cannot explain yoga, you can just feel it, राइट। सो अगर आप डे वन पे अपनी मैट पे जा रहे हैं, सो इट इज योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट यू शो अप टू शो ऑन योर मैट एवरी डे एंड यू आर कंसिस्टेंट। सो ये प्लेटो ऑफ लेटेंट पोटेंशियल एकदम से आपको, ये कहते हैं कि एकदम से आपको नहीं दिखेगा प्रोग्रेस, बट धीरे 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 दिखेगा। ओके, सो इट इज EAU. Anyway, so this is what this says. Now, moving forward, today we're going to talk about verb. verb forms. Like verb, what is verb basically? What is verb? An action, है ना? किसी भी एक्शन को, किसी भी एक्शन वर्ड को बताता है वर्ब. ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल शी इज रनिंग, शी इज डूइंग व्हाट, शी इज रनिंग. रनिंग क्या हो गया हमारा? वर्ब हो गया, है ना? तो ऐसे ही हम वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक, like we are going to talk about actions, that how to talk about actions if something is happening, something you're doing. So what word should we use at that point of time? So let's just see, let's, without wasting any time, it is already okay. So it doesn't matter when. So it's, so let's just begin and see. Okay, so the first word is disparaging. So it's also called disparage. Disparage. You can call it disparage. ठीक है. सो अगर हम यहाँ देखें तो ये वर्ड पावर मेड इजी ने एक छोटी सी स्टोरी दी हुई थी टू मेक पीपल अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाट इट इज. So it's written that after Truman's unexpected victory in the 1948 US election, many people attributed his win to sheer luck and factors unrelated to his efforts. His attempt to minimize his success can be described as the verb disparage. सो ये जो ट्रूमन साहब हैं बेसिकली, इन्होंने 1948 में यूएस के इलेक्शन जो है वो जीते. और लोगों ने क्या किया, लोगों ने बस उसको शीर लक, मतलब कि उनका सिर्फ एक लक था, वो बता के, वो जो उसके जो फैक्टर्स थे, जो उन्होंने एफर्ट्स पुट इन किए, उसको हटाते हुए बस ये डाल दिया कि बस लक था इसीलिए. सो उन्होंने क्या किया, ही, व्हाट पीपल डिड, they disparaged his accomplishment. For example, let's say your sibling, your younger sibling, let's say, scored 80 out of 100, and this was the first time they were able to score so good, right? Like 80 out of 70, this was the highest. And they show you their report card and they tell you, okay, see, brother or sister, this is how much I've scored and all that. And you tell them, that was this all you could do? So you basically disparaged their accomplishment. So this is what disparage is basically, when you basically when you belittle someone, that is disparage. Anything I'm missing? No. Exactly. So this is it. So disparage is when you just you do not value what other people have done, or you just belittle them by saying something or doing some actions. So let's just see the exact meaning. So disparage is to talk about somebody, something in a critical way, to say that somebody or something is of little value. So for example, your brother and sister, they scored that much, and but you do not value that. So what did you do? You disparaged them, right? So the verb disparage means to belittle, or, and its noun is disparagement. ठीक है. So इसका एग्जाम्पल वही जो आपका सिबलिंग वाला, या आप किसी के लिए भी यूज कर सकते. So हो सकता है आपके साथ भी ऐसा हो, right? That somebody talks about you or talks with you in a critical way, and they say something that makes your achievement, your accomplishment look like very small, right? And that it doesn't have any value. If we talk about disparage, so there are words like uh, disparity and parity. So this word disparage and disparity has come from Latin root word par, which means equal, right? मतलब उस इसका भी एक रूट वर्ड होता है जो है इक्वस, अगेन जिसका मतलब होता है equal. So let's just see moving forward. Yeah, so that's now let's just talk about, अभी हम parity और disparity के बारे में बात करेंगे, which is equality and inequality. So let's just see. So equality and par, अगर हम देखें, the term par is widely used in golf, indicating the number of strokes expert players need to complete a hole. Your performance may be up to par, above par, or below par. ठीक है? So this term is also used in golf, that number of strokes an expert needs to complete the holes and everything which is there in golf. So your performance हो सकता है ना, that was बोलते भी हैं लोग ऐसे, your performance was up to the par, was above par. So जो पर्टिकुलर स्टैंडर्ड सेट किया हुआ है उसके इक्वल थी या तो आपकी परफॉर्मेंस, या उससे ऊपर थी, या उससे नीचे थी, इफ इट्स बिलो, राइट? सो अगर हम अदर वर्ड्स की बात करें तो इट वाज पैरिटी, इट वाज डिस्पैरिटी, राइट? एंड अगर हम देखें, इफ यू रिमेम्बर दीज वर्ड्स कॉल्ड कंपेयर, कंपेयर, तो इसमें भी PAR आता है. सो मे बी ये क्या, कंपेयर में हम क्या करते हैं, वी सी कि क्या सिमिलैरिटीज हैं किसी चीज में, और हम उसके बेसिस पे हम बात करते हैं. सो दिस कंपेयर इज दैट ओनली. और कोई वर्ड है क्या इससे रिलेटेड? नहीं, यही है कंपेयर, कंपैरेटिव, और मे बी, और कंपेरेबल. सो ये इसमें भी सेम रूट वर्ड आता है. लेट्स सी. Okay, so parity and disparity. For example, let's just say, अगर हम disparity के बारे में बात करें, which is inequality, so we can say that there's this quote which says, which goes like, the difference between the disparity between promise and performance. राइट? सो मतलब कि इनइक्वालिटी, आपने प्रॉमिस कुछ किया था और आपने डिलीवर कुछ और किया, राइट? आप कुछ प्रॉमिस कर रहे थे, तो आपका जो CV है, आपका जो रिज्यूमे है, वो कुछ और प्रॉमिस कर रहा था, और इंटरव्यू में भी इट वाज लाइक दैट ओनली, बट आपकी परफॉर्मेंस जो है वो अलग थी. आपने किसी से प्रॉमिस किया, मे बी योर मदर प्रॉमिस्ड यू टू टेक यू आउट ऑन फॉर अ मूवी, लेट्स से, और एनीवेयर, व्हाटएवर यू लाइक. सो वहां पे उन्होंने प्रॉमिस तो ये किया, बट जब बारी आई उस चीज की तो उन्होंने कहा नहीं, तुम्हारे ये मार्क्स नहीं आते, ये नहीं होता, वो नहीं होता. सो डिस्पैरिटी जो है, मतलब वो प्रॉमिस और परफॉर्मेंस के बीच में जो इनइक्वालिटी है, राइट? So that is disparity. And parity basically is equality. So parity can be used for parity payments, जो कि farmers को की जाती है. So वो parity payments क्या हुई कि उनके जो भी let's say उनका जो भी amount बनता था, जो decide किया गया था priorly, जिस लैंड के हिसाब से जो भी वो प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं उसके हिसाब से, तो पैरिटी पेमेंट होती है जब वो उस जो डिस्कशन था उसके अकॉर्डिंग उनको एक्चुअली परफेक्ट पेमेंट होती है. दैट इज पैरिटी पेमेंट. तो द वर्ड पेयर also refers to two things that are equal or similar. Let's say a pair of gloves, maybe earrings, pair of earrings. So ये क्या होता है, सेम होते हैं. Pair of shoe, right? So your peers are people equal to you in age, rank, or ability. Hence the phrase judged by a jury of peers. Okay, so this particular phrase, if you look at, तो ये तो contradict कर रहा है हमारे ये your peers को. ये तो इसको contradict कर रहा है क्योंकि judged by a jury of your peers. So ये वाला जो है peers, इसमें peers इधर इस वाले peers में it means peers is somebody superior who has more knowledge, right? Who has more power. So ये this is different than this peer. So however no the contradiction British society that this peer once was noble, making them unequal of ordinary citizens. So this peer here is different, right? But this peer is for parity only, right? So now disparage से हमने समझा कि what it is. Disparage is basically when you belittle somebody, right? You talk in a critical way about them, or whatever they do, you do not value them. That thing. Then we learned that par, equal, equus, equality, b par se, or par. Then we learned parity and disparity. So these words are similar. जैसे हम disparity में देख पा रहे हैं कि PAR जो है वो इक्वल से ही आता है. सो उससे पैरिटी एंड डिस्पैरिटी दो वर्ड्स बन गए, है ना. चलो अब देखते हैं इक्विवोकेटिंग. व्हाट इज इक्विवोकेटिंग? राइट, लेट्स जस्ट सी. Okay, there's nothing I missed. All right. Okay. So equivocating, playing it safe. Equivocating, जैसे अब वही Truman's का example इन्होंने दिया था, so I've written it here. So when DV, Truman's opponent, campaigned for the presidency, he took a non-committal stance on the Taft-Hartley Act, supporting the but rejecting the bad ones. His indecision can be described with the verb equivocate. You've been asked to take a stand. Okay, so let's just understand what is equivocating. So equivocating, basically when you're asked to take a stand on a certain point or on a certain situation or an issue, but you do not have the courage to be either definitely against it or definitely for it. So that is when you equivocate. You try to give you try to give unclear answers very intentionally. So equivocating जो है, ये जो वर्ड है, ये बेसिकली actually the politicians master this. When they equivocate, so they master it, right? Let me just tell you one thing. So let's say you are in a situation where you have to tell your parents that what do you want to do in the future. So in that particular situation, you give them an unclear answer. So that unclear answer is when you equivocate. Why? Because intentionally you are not giving the accurate apt answer. So equivocate, जैसे कि हमने अभी बात की थी कि equus, which is equal, and vox, vox, or vocis is voice. So equivocate आया यहाँ से, इक्वी एंड वोकेट आया इधर से हमारे वॉक्स से, which means voice, right? So to equivocate means to give an answer that seems to say both yes and no with equal weight, making the response intentionally vague, right? And if we talk about unequivocal, so unequivocal is basically when you give straight answers, when you give either it's yes, either it's no. So if somebody is being equivocating, that means they are, giving unclear answers and making statements which are not easy to understand, whether it's a yes or it's a no. But when you're being unequivocal, that means you know the answer and you just say it. Either it's yes or no, right? Like that. And yes, do not confuse this particular equivocate thing with ambiguous. So ambiguous or ambiguity is not equivocal, right? So ambiguity is also when you do not have a clear answer, but in case of being equivocal, it is intentional, whereas in ambiguity or ambiguous, it's unintentional. right? So in when you are being ambiguous, that means you give a statement which is confusing because it can be interpreted in different ways, either positive, either negative, but you are not doing it uh, intentionally. It is unintentional. Ambiguity होती है ना, कई बार लाइफ में भी होती है, कभी किसी सिचुएशन में होती है, right? So it's fine. So if you give a statement like that, something difficult to understand, but it is unintentional, you yourself do not know, that is an ambiguous situation and you are being ambiguous, right? So that is an ambiguous statement. Let's say if you say, okay, that statement is a height of ambiguity, right? So if you give some statement like that and somebody in return says this, so the root mb, what is it? It is both. It is both. और इसी ambiguity वाली जो ये रूट है mb, इससे और भी वर्ड्स आते हैं, जैसे कि if you remember mb word, जिसमें mb is mb and word to is to turn, right? So an ambivert is an extrovert and an introvert both, so they're turned both ways. That is a ambivert. And then there's this word, yes, ambidextrous. Ambidextrous, right? Ambidextrous क्या होता है? Ambidextrous is somebody who can write with both hands. Why? Because dexter is what? Dexter is what? It is skill. And basically Dexter is also was also used for right hand, right? And if you add OUS to it, which means full of, तो ये क्या हो जाता है? Somebody who is full of skills, right? So ambidextrous. So ambidextrous is somebody जो दोनों हाथों से लिख सकता है क्योंकि स्किल है. राइट हैंड इज मतलब पिछले जमाने में, पहले जमाने में माना जाता था कि राइट हैंड जो होता है वो स्किल का जो है वो होता है, स्किल की निशानी होती है. इसलिए डेक्स्टर को राइट हैंड भी कहा गया. वेयर एज गॉश जो वर्ड है GAUCHE, पहले it was used for left hand. It was used for left hand. And these days, if somebody is gauche, that means they are clumsy, especially, socially clumsy, right? So these are some words. See ambiguity और मतलब एक word, root word बताओ आपको, कितने सारे words आपको पता चल जाते हैं. Great. So more, let's see more on equality. The Latin root equus it means equal, जो कि हम बात कर चुके हैं, is the foundation of several words. जैसे कि equity, inequity, इसमें I का सिर्फ फर्क आ गया. अगर हम inequity देखें तो refers to injustice, unfairness, और अगर हम जैसे ही I जुड़ गया तो it becomes wickedness, it becomes sin, मतलब बहुत ही evil, बहुत ही bad ये हो जाता है. So unfair मतलब unfairness, that to an evil level, right? बहुत ही bad. So these are some words you can just take screenshot because I'm sure equity जैसे words आप लोगों को पता होंगे. And if still not, then you can just take the screenshot. Then there is equinox. Equinox. So equi comes from the root word AEQWS, equus, जिसका मतलब क्या है? जिसका मतलब है equal, right? और NOX, नॉक्स कहाँ से आता है? नॉक्स से ही आता है, या फिर नॉक्टस से भी आता है शायद. मतलब रूट वर्ड वैसे जाने की बहुत ज्यादा ऐसी जरूरत नहीं कि क्या होता है, बट नॉक्स पता होना चाहिए. नॉक्स कहीं भी आता है, उसका मतलब क्या हो गया? सिंपली इट इज नाइट, NIGHT, नाइट. सो इक्विनॉक्स इज इक्वल नाइट्स. जैसे कि मार्च में, आई गेस मार्च 21 एंड सितंबर 21 से 23 तक इक्विनॉक्स होता है. बराबर इक्वल डे एंड इक्वल नाइट. सितंबर 23 के बाद थोड़ा चेंज होने लग जाता है. उसके बाद दिन थोड़े छोटे होने लग जाते हैं. जैसे कि अभी मैं नोटिस करती हूँ व्हेन आई यूज टू लीव ऑफिस अराउंड 6 o'clock, तो एकदम दिन होता था 6-6:37 तक भी। और अभी लास्ट टाइम व्हेन आई वाज लीविंग ऑफिस तो 6:30 पे ही अंधेरा जो है वो ऑलमोस्ट होने ही वाला था, ऑलमोस्ट। सो या, सो September, this is called equinox. सो आई हैड अ फ्लैटमेट जिसका बर्थडे 23 सितंबर को आता है। सो वो बहुत ज्यादा ऐसे कहते थे कि इक्विनॉक्स, मेरा बर्थडे इक्विनॉक्स को आता है। इफ देयर इज समबडी जिसका बर्थडे सितंबर 23 को आता है, सो नाउ यू नो 23, 21, 22, मार्च 21, दैट सो यू नो दैट अब इक्विनॉक्स होता है आपके बर्थडे के दिन। ठीक है, चलो। फ्रॉम नॉक्स, नॉक्टिस वी, यस नॉक्टिस, व्हाट डिड आई राइट? Noctic लिख दिया, noctis, okay. So we also have nocturnal, describing people, animal, plant, active at night, like owls, cats, and some people are also there. And then there's nocturne, a dreamy musical composition or a painting of a night scene. जैसे कि अगर आपने देखा होगा स्टारी नाइट, एक बहुत ही फेमस पेंटिंग है, मैंने भी बनाने की कोशिश की थी। So this is one that's nocturne. So moving forward, these are also some of the words, and I've mentioned the definitions also. So you can just see, जैसे हम इसमें से मेन चीज देख लेंगे। अगर इक्विनिमिटी की बात हम करें तो इसमें इक्विस के साथ एनिमस आता है, which is mind. So which means which actually means equal mind, right? So maintaining equanimity is staying calm and composed. ठीक है, अब हम बात करें अगर equability की, so ये this is referring to calmness and even temper again. If we talk about equilibrium, so it comes from equus and libra, which means balance, meaning equal balance, right? Rest you can take the screenshot and read. And one more I would like to come bring to your notice. So this is an equilibrist is a tightrope walker. Equilibrist. So equilibrist के लिए एक और word होता है, that is acrobat. So acro is what? What is acro? Acro is height, top, beginning of something. Acrophobia, phobia is fear, acro is height. So acrophobia is fear of height, right? वैसे ही acrobat आप अगर बोले तो acrobat is a high walker. So high walker कैसे? Let me just tell you. हाई वॉकर और इक्विलिब्रिस्ट, टाइट-रोप वॉकर कौन होता है ये? so, अगर आपने देखा होगा कभी, सो ऐसे एक दिस इज द रोप और इस पे एक ऐसे इंसान या तो चल रहा होता है या फिर स्टंट कर रहा होता है। सो दे आर इक्विलिब्रिस्ट और एक्रोबैट्स, हाई वॉकर्स। ठीक है, ऑलराइट। So equator, equation, equivalent, equidistant, equiangular, equilateral, these terms all relate to equality or balance, with equilateral coming from equus and latus coming from site. ठीक है, these were the main things in this slide. Rest you can take the screenshot if you want. Okay, so this basically all these equilibrist, equinox, equity, inequity, they should not be confused with equines. ठीक है, क्यों? So the word equestrian describes someone on a horse, just as pedestrian refers to someone on foot. ठीक है, so क्यों equines is related to horse? Something that looks like a horse, for example donkey. So donkeys are called equines, right? These are called equines. So EQU comes from EQUAS, sorry, EQUAS, which means horse. Okay, so these are different, from that. Or do not confuse pedestrian, कहाँ गए हमारे pedestrian, ये, with pediatrists, क्योंकि pedestrian is different. pedestrian का ped जो आता है वो इट इज फुट। और पीडियाट्रिशियन का पेडोस से आता है, और ये पेडिस से आता है, ये पेडिस से आता है जिसका मतलब फुट होता है, और ये पेडोस से आता है जिसका मतलब क्या होता है, चाइल्ड। सो ये दो डिफरेंट है, पेडिस्ट्रियन और पीडियाट्रिस्ट। जैसे ये इक्वाइंस में इक्वी और इक्वस से आता है विच इज हॉर्स। ठीक है, cool. नाउ इफ वी टॉक अबाउट इक्विवोकल, जो ऐसे ऐसे ये हमने ऑलरेडी पढ़ लिया है, combines the meaning to mean equal voice, equivocal. So equal voice means either you are saying yes or no. So which is you know either, like it's mixed. Either it is mixed. People cannot understand if it's a yes, if it's a no. So leading to vagueness of the appearance of saying both yes or no. Just say if your friend asks you, let's go for a party, let's go outside, let's hang out, let's go for a trip, and you say कि देखते हैं. So देखते हैं is an equivocal statement. You are being equivocal at that certain point because you're not giving any accurate answer. आप बस टाल रहे हो उसको, ना हाँ ना ना, तो उसको बुरा भी नहीं लगे, तो इसलिए. So the root works हमने पढ़ लिया है already. Voice also appearance vociferous, meaning carrying much voice, describing loud and noisy behavior such as vociferous demands or the loud play of children. वैसे ही vocal, if you are vocal, you freely express yourself by voice. Vocal sounds are voiced and vocal music is sung. To vocalize is to this means to give voice to something, like vocalizing anger or anything like music. If you're a vocalist, you're a singer. And if you are a Magnifox, the trade name of the brand, like if you are not, so if it's Magnifox, so this is what name of a brand, meaning large voice. So I am not sure which brand is it. I'll have to Google now, because yeah, even when I was preparing the session, I thought of uh seeing the band, because the only band I know is One Direction. So I'll just look at it. You also look at it. I'm sure you don't know, even you do not know about this band. Okay, so then there's this word titillating. Titillating, enjoying the little things. So when you encounter something that provides mild pleasure, like a delightful book, play, or dessert, it excites or titillates you, right? Because why? Because have I mentioned anything? I don't think so. No. So because titillates comes from the root word for titillates comes from tittle, which means to tickle, right? So basically, titillate is also used for that. If somebody tickles you, so you have that sensation basically, right? So it is used for that also. So to excite or interest somebody deliberately for, for something they want to, maybe intellectual also. It is for intellectual stimulation as well, right? So titillates. If you're excited, you are titillated. How to tickle? So word titillate originates from the Latin verb meaning to tickle. This word can be used both literally and figuratively. So the noun form is titillation. So अगर हम बोले literal और figurative, so literal में यही आता है कि literal, if it's titillate, so literal is actually to tickle when you feel those sensations, right? And figurative is you might get titillated by somebody's intellectual, things, intellectual conversation. So intellectually आप stimulate हो सकते हैं, right? So this is one thing. Now there's adulating. 30, 13, 23. Okay. So there's adulating, playing it way up. So let's just take, let's just know what it is exactly. So you virtually worship your therapist. You express your admiration. So basically, to adulate is to when you praise somebody and you praise excessively, right? So that is to adulate. Okay, you praise her in such expressive terms that she appears devoid of all human frailty. Like this person looks like a goddess to you, let's say. So that is when you adulate. When you adulate, it means you are over praising. You are over praising. I am so sorry for the handwriting. Okay. So to flatter adulation, how to flatter is adulation. So adulation is basically related to flattery. A compliment is a polite expression of praise, but flattery is often stronger and can be seen as insincere. So adulation can be insincere as well because it is related to flattery, and the derivation is from a Latin verb meaning to frown upon, right? The Latin word adulation means flattery. All right. So moving forward, I was about to end the session there, but let's just cover it. Patak se. Okay, so proscribing, accentuating the negative. So let's just see, the doctor prescribes these food. This is one sentence I've written. So proscribe, when you prescribe something, let's say doctor prescribe medicines, right? But प्रोस्क्राइब कब करते हैं? हमने कभी सुना भी नहीं होगा ये, बट डॉक्टर हमको कहते हैं कि अच्छा आप ठंडा मत खाइएगा, आप ये गर्म मत खाइएगा, आप अल्कोहल मत कंज्यूम करिएगा, आप ये मत करिएगा, वो मत करिएगा। जब वो ये कर रहे हैं तब वो प्रिस्क्राइब थोड़ी कर रहे हैं, वो बता थोड़ी रहे हैं कि आप ये लो। जब वो ये कह रहे हैं कि ये चीजें मत करो या ये चीजें मत खाओ, तब वो क्या करते हैं? तब वो प्रोस्क्राइब करते हैं। प्रोस्क्राइब का मतलब ही प्रोहिबिट होता है, ठीक है? प्रोहिबिट होता है मतलब मना है आपको इस चीजों के लिए। जैसे कि, हाँ, जैसे कि प्रिस्क्राइब मीन्स टू forbid something, to prohibit, or that you are prohibited from doing this, all these things by from consuming all these things. Certain things are prohibited in certain campuses or something like that. But especially this word prescribe is used especially in medication, religion, or religiously or in religion or legal context. ठीक है? कैसे? So medical में they ask you not to eat certain food, so they prescribe you that. In religion, if we talk about religion use, so they prescribe you from certain actions to keep their followers, uh, safe. So actions legal context में if you see, so कुछ behaviors जो हैं वो prescribed होते हैं, right? So like that. So the word is derived from the prefix pro, which means before, and the root scribo or scriptus is prescribed from to write, क्योंकि डॉक्टर्स भी तो लिखते हैं ना, राइट? लिखते हैं। अगर वो आपको प्रोस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं, सो दे राइट डाउन कि ये सब मत करो आप। अगर रिलीजन में है सो प्रोस्क्रिप्ट होगा, वो लिखा हुआ होगा कि आप अपने अपने रिलीजन में ये नहीं कर सकते, ये नहीं कर सकते, ये नहीं कर सकते, नहीं करना। लीगल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में भी इट विल बी मेंशन्ड, right? So in ancient Rome, a criminal's name was written on a public board warning citizens to avoid him. Similarly, doctors now write down harmful activities so patients can avoid them, right? Makes sense? Makes sense. So these are some relating words: scribble, prescribe, describe, subscribe, manuscript, scripture, inscribe, postscripts. So all of them are mentioned here. Just take a screenshot, very easy to learn, right? And everything is mentioned here only. ओके जैसे हम इसमें से एक मेन चीज देख लेते हैं, जैसे कि डिस्क्राइब में अब अगर हम देखें तो स्क्राइब तो हमको पता है टू राइट, सो टू राइट डाउन डिटेल्स इसका मतलब होता है, जिसमें डी से आता है ये, विच मीन्स डन, ठीक है? अगर हम सब्सक्राइब देखें तो टू साइन और टू अग्री टू समथिंग often a magazine or something, जैसे हम Netflix वगैरह भी subscribe करते हैं, right? So from sub it means under, so you get under through, you get under something. So अगर हम Amazon subscribe कर रहे हैं, Netflix subscribe कर रहे हैं, so we are under some services that they are providing. Similarly, if we talk about manuscript, so a handwritten document is a manuscript, because manus means hands, right? If we talk about postscript, a note added after the main writing is finished. Post is after, postpone हम करते हैं तो हम किसी चीज को आगे बढ़ाते हैं, बाद में करते हैं. अगर हम verb, noun और adjective की बात करें, so prescribe, prescription, prescriptive, subscribe, subscription, subscriptive. Simple, right? Describe, description, descriptive. Similar है मतलब. Now, obviating. Let's see what is it. Obviating, accentuating the affirmative. Let's just see what it says. You have run out of cash and plan to go to the bank now, and plan to go to the bank to make a withdrawal. Then unexpectedly you discover a $20 bill you secreted in your desk drawers months ago. So usse kya hoga? You find obviates your find. Sorry, your find obviates a trip to the bank, which means कि ये उसने like you found the cash in your drawer. Now this what this situation did, it obviated your trip to the bank, right? उसने उसको वहां पे खत्म कर दिया. Yeah, right. ठीक है, इसका एक एग्जाम्पल और ले सकते हैं, जैसे इफ यू आर एन एक्सट्रोवर्ट और you are outgoing and outspoken, so you will never face any problem in making friends. So what will it do? It will obviate the need for you to be extra good and your need to put extra efforts to make friends. It will obviate it. Obviate basically कोई भी difficulty और किसी भी problem को हटा देना. That is obviate. Let's see. So the word obvious and its connection to roads. The word obvious comes from the Latin word via, meaning road. हम बोलते हैं ना go via, basically we say via. So if हम बोलते हैं ना ऐसे कि go via, let's say Delhi Expressway. So this is it. So this is the same route used in the English word via, meaning by way of. Go by the way of expressway, XYZ expressway. So when something is obvious, it is metaphorically in the middle of the road, easy to see, notice, and it is noticeable and not hidden. So the related verb obviate means to prevent something by dealing with it effectively beforehand. For example, if you let's say study each day for 2 hours, so this particular action of yours will obviate the last minute stress, right? So the noun for the same is obviation. Missing anything? No. Great. So so the word trivial, let's say now new word we are talking about, trivial and road intersection. Let's just see how they are related. वैसे तो trivial जो use करा जाता है, जैसे trivial matters, which means unimportant matters, right? Trivial conversation, unimportant conversation. So trivial comes from the Latin root via, क्योंकि इसमें है ना यहाँ पे, which means road, and the prefix tree, which means three. It refers to place where 3 roads meet, which are often busy and public. हम बोलते हैं ना T point, that is trivial. So at such intersection, unimportant matters are not typically discussed, leading to the word trivial meaning unimportant or insignificant. People discuss trivialities meaning minor or inconsequential details at some places. Yes, people do. People do discuss trivial matters unnecessarily, right? Next. So, just a second. Militating. So, militating, playing it wrong. Let's just see how, from where it comes. So neurotic behavior, such as saying the wrong things in important situation, can work against one's success. This tendency militates against success. Let's see one more example. You are the soul of honesty, but unfortunately, you have a sneaky, thievish, sinister look. You might be having some friends also like that. They're good, so nice, so good at heart, but their looks, they have these long hair and they wear cool kind of jackets and those bracelets in their hand. So their looks, it militates against them. So their appearance militates. So your parents do not trust them. They're like बिगड़ा हुआ है बहुत. ऐसे क्या होता है ना? So no one ever trusts you. This happens. This I have actually has happened with one of my friends. So your appearance militates against you. So for a fact or circumstance, be a powerful or conclusive factor in preventing. So this is internet की भाषा basically. But हम ये वाला बट हम इससे समझ जाएंगे कि कोई भी चीज जो हमारे अगेंस्ट काम करती है, जैसे कि लेट्स से लेट्स से आई एम अ गुड पर्सन, आई एम I am a good person, let's say, but sometimes I get very angry. So that, militates against me, right? And if you trigger me, if somebody triggers me, I easily get angry. So the situation can get different at that time. So my anger militates against me, right? So that is it. Okay. The word militate and its military origin, ये भी देख लेते हैं. The word militates come from militus, the Latin root word for soldier. जैसे आपने देखा होगा. There's this word called militant. So militant is someone who aggressively fights for a cause, right? They are militants. जैसे हमारे military में जो लोग हैं, जो militants हैं, they are fighting for a cause. What cause? To keep us safe, right? To stop the terrorists from entering a certain part of India or anything, or causing any problem or something. So these are militants. Okay, so to militate against something means to fight against it or act to its disadvantage. For example, your shyness may militate against your success in making friends, right? So related words include military, militia, both of which derives from the same root word, which is militus, which means soldier or fighting man. राइट. सो सोल्जर और फाइटिंग मैन, अब आप कहोगे मैम ये मिलिटेट अगेंस्ट योर सक्सेस, मतलब ये तो रोकता है ना, मतलब ये तो किसी चीज को, किसी कॉज को तो रोक रहा है ना. तो बेसिकली मिलिटेंट्स भी तो यही करते हैं. वो भी तो खराब चीजें होने से, बॉम्बिंग होने से रोकते हैं. सो इन दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट दिस इज रिलेटेबल. ओके. Malignant, playing it dirty, when someone spreads harmful information about others, like accusing someone of embezzling or having an affair. They are malignant in their character. Basically, when you talk bad about somebody, you try to defame them. So you spread around an unpleasant story that will back in someone's reputation. So when you try to defame somebody, you say bad things about them so that their reputation is, spoiled, is destroyed, basically. So malignant is similar to that. Malignant and similar. So when you do this particular thing, you malign that person. You malign that person, basically. GN is so silent ho jayega. Yeah, so to you malign that person. So to say write bad things about somebody publicly, especially in an unfair matter, right? In unfair manner. So that is malign. So it's so bad, right? Defaming somebody. So ये आता कहाँ से? ये मैल से आता है बेसिकली। आपने देखा होगा और भी वर्ड्स होते हैं बहुत इससे रिलेटेड, अभी हम बात करेंगे। मैल इज बेसिकली बैड और evil. So the word malign and its negative connotations उसको पढ़ लेते हैं। So malice से आता है ये, और mal से भी आता है। Meaning bad or evil is the root word of several English words. So to malign someone is to speak evil about them or defame them or slander. An adjective malign describes something bad, harmful, evil, right? The adjective malignant refers to something deeply harmful, such as malignant tumor, right, which is cancerous. The noun malignancy refers to a cancerous growth or harmful condition. Another noun from form is malignity, meaning a state of evil or intense ill will. So let's just see the words. Malediction combines malice, bad, or dico, meaning to say. D-I-C-O, dico is basically to say. To say. So let's see, it refers to a curse or evil statement, right? Malevolent combines malice with volo, meaning to wish. So describes someone wishing harm. मतलब जहाँ पे भी अब ये mal आएगा ना, basically you have to understand it is related to bad and evil. So wishing harm upon someone, the noun for the same is malevolence. Maleficent combines malice and facio, which means to do. So describe someone doing harm, right? Then malefactor is a wrongdoer, someone who commits a crime. So somebody who commits a crime is a malefactor basically. जैसे कि और भी words होते हैं, जैसे कि malfunctioning, let's say. Malfunction. When let's say your computer is malfunctioning. So that means it is not working properly. It is badly working, right? Then there's malnutrition. Malnutrition when somebody has a bad nutritional condition, when they have low nutrition, right? That is malnutrition. Okay, then there's this word benny, bonus, benny, which means good, जो कि आता है bonus से, good. जैसे हम देखें, while malice means bad, its opposite is bonus, which is good. The Latin adverb bene derives from bonus and appears in many positive English words. Benign, it is benign, and benignant means kind, harmful or not harmful, harmless or not harmful, as seen in a phrases like benign tumor or benign attitude, which means benign attitude or tumor is which is not harmful. It's harmless. So the corresponding noun are benignity and benignancy. Now this malediction जो कि हमने यहाँ पे भी पढ़ा है, is a curse, while a benediction is a blessing. The adjective is benedictory, beneficent, doing harm, contrast with beneficent, doing good. The noun form of beneficent is beneficence. Cool. Malefactor, wrongdoer, contrast with benefactor. Benevolent, contrast with malevolent, meaning wishing well. God bless me, I'm so sorry. The noun is benevolence. Latin bonus gives us words like bonus, bonbon, and bona fide, meaning genuine, like in good faith. Cool. So speaking, doing, wishing, ये सारे हमने root words पढ़ लिए. Benediction, malediction comes from Latin verb this, dico, meaning to say. Words like dictate, dictator, predict, to say beforehand derives from the same root word. If we talk about facio, means to do or make appears in factory, fact, fiction, made up story, and manufacture. Because of course, factory में क्या होता है, बनता ही है ना सब कुछ, right? Verbs ending like phi, like clarify and simplify, also comes from this root. ठीक है? The Latin volo, meaning to wish or will, gives us words like voluntary, volition, and volunteer. To wish or to will, because what do? They do things for you. They make something happen. Volunteers, they help basically, right? Now, maladroit or malice. Now there are two words. Adroit क्या होता है? Adroit is basically skillful. Okay, so जब हम dexterous पढ़ रहे थे, if you remember ambidextrous song, तब हमने adroit भी पढ़ा था साथ में. Okay, so maladroit meaning clumsy or awkward, literally bad right hand. This is bad right hand. From mal, bad, and adroit, skillful. So जैसे हम dexterous को right hand से relate करते हैं, वैसे adroit को हम right hand से relate करते हैं. So malice meaning a general feeling of discomfort or unease. It comes from French meaning that is bad ease. This is similar to disease. Malice is related to disease meaning lack of ease. Cool. Now there's this word condoning. Condoning, giving the benefit of doubt. Let's just see, if you excuse or overlook action like cheating or something, you are condoning those transgressions. Your child has smacked the, okay, so let's just, not talk about it in detail, but simply samajhte hain. Just say there's somebody who you know is a liar, right? And they are telling you that they will change. But you and your partner still don't believe them, and your partner is saying that, yeah, do not believe this person. This person is not nice, and their history is not very good in these matters, whatever matter it is. So you say, yeah, let's just give him some benefit of doubt and let's just see. It is when you know that something is not right with that person, something is fishy, you still give benefit of doubt. You still, trust them. Like you actually want to trust them, and you tell them, yeah, like the other person, that let's just trust them for once. So that is when you give benefit of doubt, right? And you like just accept that कि ठीक है, मतलब जो भी है इनका, but let's just accept and let's just give them chance. Okay, so to accept or agree with something that most people think is wrong, right? That is to condone somebody. And practicing benefit of doubt is very important for your own mental health and for your own good, by the way. Okay, so forgiving and giving. So condone and donate. So condone means to give or overlook an offense. Noun is condonation. So Latin prefix con, which means thoroughness, and donate, which means to give or grant. So ये donation में भी दिखता है. So the root dono means to give, also appears in words like donor, someone who gives, and donate and donation. Right? Okay, so placating, changing hostility. So placate क्या होता है? Let's just see. Friend, एक friend को देखते हैं. एक friend है जो बहुत गुस्सा हो गया आपसे, ठीक है? Is very very angry. Okay, so I don't know for what matter. Let's just say for anything. You told them that you will come to meet them. They went to the spot, you never showed up. So now they're angry. So what will you do? You will go to their house with some flowers and chocolates or whatever your friend like. Maybe they like, let's say, beer. Let's say. So you just go to their house and you with those chocolates, beer or chocolate flowers or whatever your kind of your friend and your bond is, and however you guys like. So you go with these things to your friend to placate them. How? You want to make them less angry. You do certain things for them, right? To make them less angry about this entire situation that happened. That they showed up, they were there waiting for you on the spot, or whatever the place was, a cafe or wherever you were going to hang out. You did not show up. So now this is the situation, they're angry. You try to placate them, right? By doing certain things for them. So to please or to smooth or to soothe. Why? Because somebody is in anger. So you try to make somebody feel less angry by pleasing and soothing. So Latin root word plac means to please or soothe. Appears in words like placate, to please or pacify, right? So the noun is placation and the adjective is placative or placatory. If someone is implacable, they cannot be soothed or calmed, showing like if somebody is implacable, you cannot change their attitude. If they are angry at you. So you cannot change that, right? Showing a relentless attitude, the noun is implacability. When someone is placid, they are calm and serene. Like placid water. The noun is placidity. Complacent refers to someone overly self-satisfied, and the noun are complacence and complacency. Complacence कुछ नहीं होता. Complacence. Complacency. Complacence कुछ नहीं होता. ठीक है? So, placate, now you know what placate is and we understand. Now, placation, implacable. Somebody is placable and somebody is implacable, right? Some people are there. For example, I am implacable. If I am angry, I am angry. There is no way you can placate me, right? Okay, so just believe, keep watching the sessions, enjoy yourself. If the sessions get boring or something like that, just increase the play speed and listen, because listening is all you need in these sessions. Just sit back, have popcorns and just relax and listen to them. Okay? All right. Okay, bye-bye. All the best. See you. Good night.